With the arrival of Commodore Perry and his black ships in Tokyo Bay on July 8, 1853, feudal Japan was thrown into turmoil. After remaining closed to the outside world for over 200 years, the ships brought the message to the leaders of the country that they had fallen dangerously behind the rest of the world. What occurred thereafter was a heated debate and even battles between conservatives wanting to remain closed and those who wanted to modernize Japan. The modernizers eventually won out, but the progress came in fits and starts. The task ahead of the new Meiji government and the emperor was immense. They needed to take a backward country, closed for 200 years, into the Industrial Revolution. Education would play a major role in achieving this goal. The basic policy of the new government was made clear in the Imperial Oath of 5 Articles, declared by the Emperor on April 6, 1868. Article 5 stated, "Knowledge shall be sought throughout the world in order that the welfare of the empire may be promoted." And Article 3 stated that all classes of people shall be allowed to fulfill their just aspirations, so that there may be no discontent. So, all citizens were to be educated with the best of what the world had to offer. Previous ways of life, based on a caste system, would never be the same. However, this proclamation was one of intent. An actual national system of education would not begin until the various fiefs could be brought under one government, which happened 3 years later with the abolition of the fief system. The new government then established the Department of Education to govern the nation's educational activities. The next big policy step would come the next year, in 1872, with the Education System Order. The Education System Order envisioned for the first time the establishment of a modern educational system. The preamble stressed the necessity for individual self-improvement and the fruits that could be expected from regular school attendance, but did not explicitly make the education of all children an obligation. It was, however, the first statement which recommended the establishment of public schooling. The idea that all classes benefit from education was also a break from previous ways of thinking, in which only the upper classes were educated. The order also made a break from the educational practices of Edo Japan, which were based on Confucianism, and it outlined educational goals and values such as individualism and an emphasis on research. Compulsory or universal education was achieved by the Education Order of 1886. In this act, parents and guardians were said to be obligated to send their school-aged children to school until they graduated from the ordinary elementary course, and thus compulsory education was established in Japan. While there were many other important steps in the process, these are 3 of the major acts that laid the groundwork for a modern education system in Japan. Amazingly, the country had gone from a feudal nation where education was limited to upper classes to a modern nation with modern education system open to all citizens. All this in less than a generation. The educated citizens of Japan would be critical in launching the country into the Industrial Revolution.